Good morning and welcome back to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment. We're talking about the Platypod, not the platypus. We threw that one away. The Platypod, this really clever camera mounting device that is very, very useful and cool and fits in your pocket. This is the Q&A, so if you've got any questions, throw them up into the chat room right now. You can, if you type PhotoJoseph next to it, then I know that you've got a question and I'll see them like these here. And the first thing I'm going to actually address is something Sarah said, which is interesting. He says, not a cabin luggage compatible due to the spikes. That's an interesting question. I don't think that would be the case, but Platypod have, there we go, Platypod right there, saying we've taken dozens of these spikes on airplanes many times, have never been stopped by TSA. Oh, so that's good to know. Because yeah, it's spiky, but there you go. Good to know. That's a great observation, Serge. Thank you for bringing that up. All right, let's go back to the beginning here and see what's going on. So again, Platypod is here in the audience. Good morning, greetings. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And let's get to the actual questions here. Tomaj in Sao Paulo. We're talking about YouTube. We're having some YouTube issues before the live show. And we'll get to the actual questions. There we go. We're still talking about the live show. Audio sync issues. Well, I don't know, maybe there's no actual questions. We'll get to this eventually. Here we go. Burnstack. This device, speaking of this, would make it so much easier than trying to use one of those Gorillapod flexible tripods for low shots. Yes. I find the flexible mounts to be too flexible. I totally agree. I love what are these things called? What did you named it, didn't you? Gorillapod. Yeah, the Gorillapods. I love the Gorillapod. I think it's really cool. I hope Casey owns stock in them because he kind of did the whole holding the camera out in front of you thing. They're great, but yes, there are times where it's like you try to get in place and it wants to bend. It's just not quite right. Yeah, this thing is not going to bend. This is not bending. You get this into place and you are set and ready to go. You put 4 spikes in this thing and jam it into a soft, rotten tree and you're set, and the thing is not going anywhere. There's a lot of really clever uses for it. And the fact that these spikes are on here does mean that you could jam it into something. Sand, if you want to put this on sand and not have it slide around, put these all 4 feet in there, screw them all the way down, and they have a nice long thing to sink into the sand. That'll work pretty well. Not quicksand, that'd be bad. Let's see what else is going on in the chat here. SRO Digital, have you tried it yet in the kitchen when cooking and out in the garden when barbecuing? Well, when I'm barbecuing, it's up high, so I don't barbecue on the ground, so it wouldn't really work out for me there. The kitchen would be cool, though, actually. That could be cool to mount it if you wanted to do like a, there you go. You're doing a cooking show and you're chopping, and you want to have a camera really nice and close to the chopping block. That's perfect. You could use that to position it right there. Ooh, good call. I don't do cooking videos, but now I may have to go do one. Sounds like fun to me. Platypod pointing out that Gorillapods are great, but they take up a lot more space in your bag. Absolutely, they do. They are bigger. Let's see. Any other questions? If we don't have any questions, yeah, you know the routine, guys. Get your questions in. Get them in quick. We're gonna end the show with just those few questions, and then those who are watching it afterwards are like, "That's it. That's all I got to learn in the Q&A today." But you can ask anything you want. You know the routine. You know the routine. Speaking of barbecuing, man, what is it like? What's our air quality today out here? You don't have to barbecue anymore. You just set raw meat outside, and in 24 hours, it's done. Let's see here. It is. Oh, look, it got better. It's 189. It was 240 when I got up this morning. Man, somebody's got to stop burning down the West Coast. This is totally not cool. Really, really tired of all this. Wayne saying perfect for macro photo shots. Absolutely. That's one of the great uses of this. If you have a regular tripod, a full-size tripod, and you're out doing nature macro photography, and you want to get that tripod down low, your options are either to have a tripod whose legs go out really, really flat, or to have a tripod where the head inverts, the column inverts, and you're hanging the camera upside down. Those are your options with a full-size tripod, but this will give you the ability to put that camera super low on the ground and get it exactly where you want it to be positioned, which is pretty neat. Travis saying, guessing we'd use this with a small ball head. Yes, that is right. I have this one, which is quite large for this. The post on here is a 3/16 post, so standard for any ball head. I actually, when I first got it, I didn't have my big tripod head with me, but I did have my where is it? Is it down there? Yeah, it is. Here. Hold on a second. I had this with me, my Photo tripod, which is a much smaller travel tripod. And I was looking at this going, oh, I wish I could take the head off of this. And I thought, hold on a second, I probably can. And so I twisted and I pulled and I pushed and I grunted and I huffed and I puffed. And eventually, there we go, it came off. And so this little head worked out really well for this. So this is, now I didn't want to sacrifice it permanently because I love that tripod, I use it all the time, but there's a smaller ball head on there, so that's the one from the Photo. I should actually look and see if I can buy this Photo head on its own. This is the Q0, but now you can take a look at the size of this, and that's a really nice small, there we go, nice small combination right there. This one's a bit too big. It's just a little bit too big because the tightening bracket sometimes gets in the way of this. This is better. It doesn't have a protruding bracket. Or not protruding, but what I want to, like an angled bracket. It doesn't have an angled bracket, so there's nothing to hit. So this is definitely a better head for this combination. I'm gonna have to see if I can get another one of these heads, actually. I think that's a good combo right there. SRO, will I be doing this Sean Bagshaw trip video? Yes. So, for those who don't know, I went on a trip with Sean Bagshaw and a couple other photographers out into the wildness of nature, probably like 2 months ago at this point. And I shot video to do a vlog on it. And when I came back, I said, I am not touching this vlog until I finish this other project. And I finished that other project, which ran right into another project that I've got to finish. Now that project is done. I actually can now. I have no more excuses. Now I can start editing that vlog. I thought of that the other day. I went, oh my God, I still haven't done that. But thank you for the other reminder. I will absolutely get to working on this. Burns says, what are the materials made of? Are they aluminum, stainless steel? Just curious since I use my gear in harsh environments. I believe it's aluminum, but Platypod can confirm that. I'm pretty sure it is an aluminum plate. Platypod may have had to go. I know they didn't have all the time in the world. Let me see if it says on the... Let's see here, in the chat. Yes, it does. Here, let's go, where are we here? Make this nice and big. Oh, that didn't work out so well, did it? Let me just go to the full product page here. I just saw it. Titanium aluminum camera base, and the stud is titanium. So the 3816 stud is titanium. So aluminum and titanium. There you go. So yes, definitely robust. Should last you for a very, very long time. Okay, is there anything else I missed? There was not. Burns says perfect. I concur. And, ooh, Sean's saying you should have the Ronin S on Friday. Ooh, well, we may do a spontaneous unboxing show of the Ronin S when Sean Mark Nipper gets his Ronin S in. Excellent. Well, so stay tuned for that, guys. You know what to do. Hit the bell, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified, all that good stuff. Okay. All right, last question. D. Scott, do you think the Platypod is good with a camcorder due to the size of camcorders? Well, it would depend on the camcorder, wouldn't it? If you're talking about a little handy cam, absolutely. If you're going to get a bigger one, then I would say you might want to have the bigger base. Part of the advantage of the larger one, because this comes in 2 sizes, right? Let me go back on here and show you that again. Back up, back up, back up. Are we going to back up? There we go. So there's 2 sizes. The larger one here, well, it says it's designed to hold up to 300 pounds, which is insane. I think the part of the point of the larger one is being a larger profile. When you put the spikes in it, you have a larger base to keep from tilting. So if you're using a larger camera, or more importantly, a front heavy or back heavy, would be a front heavy camera, wouldn't it, with a lens? A front heavy camera. Because if I put this on here with a really long lens, then there's a limit to how much it'll do before it's going to start to tilt, before gravity's going to win. So a bigger platform would provide for a bigger base for using a larger camera, or a camera that's more front heavy. So that's something to consider. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason it wouldn't work with a camcorder. Why not? Oh, look, Platypod's back. They say we have used full-size ENG video recorders on the Platypod Max. There you go. So if you've got the full-size ENG, that's the big, electronic news gathering, the big guys out in the field kind of news cameras on the Platypod Max. There you go. Superb. Thank you for that, Platypod. Okay. That, my friends, is going to be it. We're going to wrap it up with that today. Thank you for tuning in today to learn all about the Platypod and its fabulous uses. I think it's a really neat product, and definitely one of those easy ones to get for your camera bag, especially the smaller one, 79. Yep, 79 bucks. Digging it. Love that. All right, folks, take care of yourselves. We'll see you on Friday, where we're going to be talking about the off-brand full-size lens adapter for my for my ancient screw mount M42 lens. I did a terrible job describing that. We'll fix that before Friday. Take care, folks. See you next time. Bye-bye.